you can reprogram your mind to think positive thoughts, but you gotta fill it with positive things.
Hey there, this is William.
Hey, and this is Jace. How are you today?
Man, Jason, we have some great conversation. Right before we started this program, I asked you what we're talking about, and you started giving the talk before the talk. So let's get started, Jason. Now let's continue what we're talking about.
Yeah, so today we're talking about feeling stuck.
Right.
Have you ever felt stuck?
Man, I felt stuck oftentimes.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping you can help me out with that, how to get unstuck whenever you're feeling stuck.
Well,
And stuck, I don't know if y'all might know what he means by feeling stuck. I would say feeling depressed, feeling defeated, like things aren't going the way you're supposed to be going. You feel like the whole world's against you. Is that pretty much what you mean by stuck?
that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I have experienced this so many times in my life. So many times to the point where I felt stuck and I didn't even know I was stuck. And then it spiraled into nothing more than a depression.
Wow.
You know, and I stayed stuck for years, literally. So recently I was, I'm to the point where now where I've been with myself for 43 years, so it's quite some time. It's just a little bit of time in the grand scheme of things,
Right.
but quite some time for me because this is all I have.
That's all you
This
have.
is all I have.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that I've observed myself. Actually, it was yesterday I was going into some negative thoughts. I was feeling sorry for myself, and I was like, I wanted to go out and blame other people for, a situation that I'm facing right now. But I was like, well, hold on, time out. And I interrupted that pattern of thought.
Okay, so you stopped the pattern.
I interrupted
Wow.
the pattern.
How'd you interrupt it?
Well, there's certain things that I do in the morning. One of them is actually gratitude. And I know, like, whenever I experience gratitude, to truly get into the state of mind where I'm experiencing so much gratitude and thankfulness that I literally can't feel anything else but gratitude and thankfulness. So it automatically shifts me out of that feeling sorry for myself, that self-pity. It took me to another state. So that's what I did in that moment. When I was feeling stuck, I was like, you know what? I need to go do something that I can really shift my state of mind and really jolt me out of this. So because I don't want to ever have to be now, knowing what I know, I don't want to ever be depressed again, because depression sucks.
Yeah.
And all it is, there's some, medical terminology, and I'm not saying I'm a doctor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist or whatever the colleges is for this, but you can put yourself into a self-induced depression.
Yes, I'm sure about that. I'm going to tell you what happened to me last night.
What's that?
I just finished doing a bunch of videos for some pretty cool people, right?
Right.
And I'm sitting in my office last night and I'm thinking, man, I'm not accomplishing enough. I'm thinking, I'm just sitting here and just chilling out, and I was starting to feel a little melancholy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I should be doing more. Gee, I'm not accomplishing enough. And then I stopped, and I got a text earlier that day that I didn't read. And it was from one of the artists and said, thank you so much for doing this project for me. It is beyond my wildest dreams that I would ever have this music video produced. And when I remember reading that and I read it, then I realized that I was being pretty selfish. I have all these great things happen around. I'm helping all these people. But first of all, I wasn't being gracious. I had no gratitude for for what I was given. And I was just being selfish because I wanted more and more and more and more. I wanted more stuff to do. But really, I wasn't being thankful for what I had received.
Right.
And I had to check myself on that. I had to
Yeah.
get myself out of it.
Right.
So what I did when I caught myself just doing that, starting to feel depressed, like, oh, I need to do more, I remembered back all the things that I had accomplished and did for people and paying it forward. And immediately I realized, like, wow, you've done all this. Then I had a good feeling. So I
Yes.
broke that cycle.
Yes.
As soon as it started coming on, because I'm sitting here watching Netflix. I'm like, oh man, I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
So it played in what you're saying. I had to have gratitude for what I was given, and then break the cycle, because I could have just sat there all afternoon just feeling melancholy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely.
And when it comes on, it don't tell you, hey, you're fixing to get depressed. It doesn't do that. It just, your brain does that. And it's really hard to stay positive 24/7 because it does tire you out. But if it was easy to stay positive all the time, everyone would be doing it.
Well, I do have something to say about that,
Good.
because whether you're negative or positive, it requires the same amount of energy. Actually, you'll get more energized if you are more positive, and you'll get less energized and be less energetic if you're negative. It's literally scientifically proven.
Right.
So, what's really cool is that you brought yourself out of that state just like that. And that's what we can do. We literally have the power to make a change just like that.
Right.
And I learned this from Tony Robbins.
I'm not your
I'm not your
guru.
I'm not your guru.
I'm not your guru.
Great, by the way. If you
You're
haven't
my
watched
guru.
it on, oh man, I'm not your guru. If you have not watched this on Netflix, then definitely watch it. Maybe not watch it with your children, because
You got some strong language in it.
There is some strong language, but it's well worth your time.
Yes.
So I remember when my youngest daughter, Kate, was probably about 5, 6 years old. It's probably closer to 5, and she was whining. She was whining about something, and I can't remember what it was, but I knew from all the content and videos and watching Tony Robbins, I knew I had to interrupt her pattern.
Right.
And what I did was I said, hey, she was whining. I was like, hey, Kate, you ever ate a purple pickle? And she kind of stopped.
I did the
She kind
same
of stopped.
thing.
She was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know where I came up with
Purple
this.
pickle.
A purple pickle. I have no idea where that came from, but it interrupted her pattern, and she just looked at me, and then she started whining again. I was like, so, hey, pull my finger. And she pulled it, and I made a fart noise. And it interrupted her pattern.
Change the cycle.
But I learned something. We also have that ability to do that for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Tony talks about when we're feeling down, do something stupid. It might seem stupid to you, but it's better than staying in a crappy mood.
Right.
He says, if you're feeling down, like, oh, my life sucks. Oh, God. Yeah, pretend you're a clown and bump your nose, it sounds crazy to do this, or saying at the top of your lungs,
Yes.
do something to change your state of mind. I promise you, you will forget about that thought. If you do something, go for a walk. Just get out in nature. Do some push-ups. Do something to change your state.
Right there.
Right there. As soon as you feel some really, oh man, I'm a loser. No, you're not a loser. Go into a state of thankfulness, gratitude, or change your state, and that will shift your mindset, because you don't want to go down that road. If you continuously have those thoughts, you will end up in a depression.
Right.
I've witnessed it so many times for my own life, because I've watched myself do this, and now observing myself go down these paths, I was like, whoa, hold on now, Jason, get back over here. to the happy place.
Right.
And yes, it's no different than, let's say, Gigi's right here in front of us.
Oh, here's the dog.
You train a dog. You train your dog to maybe sit, to roll over, to use the bathroom outside. Whatever you do, we can also train ourselves, but we first have to be aware of what we want to change in order to train ourselves.
Yeah. Wow. There's a lot to talk about, man.
Yeah, but it's
the self-knowledge, to be able to see something coming on to you and you recognize it, knowing they got to be changed. It takes some time, and most people don't even have an inkling of what that actually is. They just know something happens.
Yes, and and that's why people feel like they stay stuck, because they're not aware that they have this power. They have this power to actually change their mind.
Right.
Just like that. Just like that. You can change your thoughts. You don't have to be thinking, you don't have to think about negative thoughts. You can reprogram your mind to think positive thoughts.
Right.
But you got to fill it with positive things. I read something this morning. I love reading quotes. I'm addicted.
Quote master.
I'm addicted to quotes.
You should make memes with your picture.
I should. Someone showed me that once. So and I'm not going to get it exactly right. I just read it, but it doesn't even matter. But the premise is, your diet is not only what you eat, but your diet is what you take in through your eyes, through your ears, into your mind, into your, everything is your diet. Your friends, everything is your diet.
Yeah. What's the meme I read that says, you are a sum total of the 5 people you hang around with?
Yeah, that's right.
So I think I'm getting like you then. I have a little more hair.
Hopefully I'm getting like him with more hair, but not the gray hair, just more hair.
I had to get off the subject. All right, sorry about that.
So your diet is, your diet consists of so many things. It's whatever you're taking into your, not your mouth, not only your mouth, but what you're seeing, what you're hearing. So what are you seeing? What are you watching?
Right.
Are you vegging out on Netflix like I used to do? Like I finished Breaking Bad in a weekend.
Oh wow!
It was pretty, wow. It was a great show, but you know what? My life sucked.
Right.
Okay, because I was taking all this in, but I wasn't doing anything that was fulfilling for me. I wasn't doing anything like meaningful. So whatever you give your attention to and focus grows.
Right.
And we just have to be conscious of that. We have to be aware that whatever we focus on and give our attention to will grow.
That's true.
So in whatever that is, and whatever you want to become in your life, you can become if you give it enough time and focus and attention.
That's true. Wow. This is quite a bit of material we covered in this episode. So, hey, man, that's what we have for today. I'm William.
I'm Jace.
We're out of here. See y'all next episode. Bye now.
Peace.